She thought no one would notice she copied Gordon Ramsay? Meghan Markle just served herself a career-ending disaster, and Netflix is about to go up in flames with her. Ever since Meghan Markle slapped her name on that Netflix deal, the platform's been bleeding subscribers faster than you can say Duchess of Disaster. Users are fleeing in droves, off to HBO Max, Peacock, anywhere but the Markle mess. And no, it's not just the overpriced subscription hikes or the loss of fan-favorite shows. It's Meghan. Full stop. Now brace yourself, because what's happening behind closed doors at Netflix is nothing short of a royal scandal. Executives are panicking. An internal investigation led by Netflix's own Ted Sarandos and Greg Peters has uncovered a trail of plagiarism so bold, so shameless, it would make even the Kardashians blush. Turns out Meghan's little vanity project, With Love Meghan, wasn't so original after all. According to insiders, the third episode of the upcoming season is practically a carbon copy of an old Hell's Kitchen episode. You heard that right. Meghan didn't just borrow from Gordon Ramsay, she lifted entire scenes, dialogue, and even the competition format. Chefs competing for a role in Meghan's kitchen? Ramsay's dialogue thrown in word for word? It's With Love Meghan, starring Meghan Markle, as Gordon Ramsay, but worse. Netflix execs were tipped off by a horrified test screening audience who instantly recognized the stolen content. Cue the internal alarms. The plagiarism team, yes, that's a thing now, was dispatched to dissect every frame. When the Ramsay ripoff was confirmed, Netflix called his team personally to assure them they were handling it. And let's just say, Gordon was not pleased. But that's not all. Meghan's meltdown? Legendary. When told her creative masterpiece was being cut from the final edit, insiders say she went full diva mode. Screaming matches, emergency calls, demands to reinstate the scene. She reportedly declared the Hell's Kitchen heist was her best work. You can't make this up. The drama only escalated from there. Meghan, who, mind you, isn't a credited director or writer, had been calling the shots all season long. She had creative control, veto power, and full access to script decisions. That's right, the Duchess was steering the ship straight into iceberg territory. Now Netflix is stuck filming reshoots with no script. Yes, you heard correctly, no script. Meghan's winging it, executives are sweating, the cast is confused, and the viewers? They'll soon be watching a Frankenstein show patched together from deleted scenes and royal ego. And if you think Hell's Kitchen was the only victim, oh no, darling. Meghan's plagiarism spree runs deep. She's also been accused of copying bits from Pamela Anderson's Cooking with Love, The Rachel Ray Show, even The Kardashians. Different shows, same formula. Insert Meghan, strip out originality, slap on a Duchess grin. The kicker? Meghan genuinely believed no one would notice because, according to one insider, she thought stealing from older content meant it was safe. Classic Markle logic. If it's old, it's free. Now, Netflix execs are waking up. Sarandos, once her biggest cheerleader, is reportedly having second thoughts. Greg Peters is livid. The board, quietly eyeing the exit door. Meghan's $1 million deal, hanging by a thread. And with reshoots running into July and no solid direction in sight, Season 2 of With Love Meghan is shaping up to be a train wreck of epic proportions. So what's next for Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Derivative? Will Netflix finally cut the cord? Will Gordon Ramsay sue? Or will Meghan find a way to plagiarize her way out of this disaster too? Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you're as tired of Meghan's mess as we are. This isn't just bad TV. It's a royal scandal in high definition, and trust me, it's only just getting started. She wanted to conquer the kitchen, but one bite from Gordon Ramsay turned Meghan Markle's jam into the most humiliating failure of her career. This wasn't just a taste test. It was a public execution, and Meghan's luxury raspberry jam was the unfortunate victim. Picture this, a trendy Los Angeles restaurant packed with influencers, critics, and the usual clout chasers. Meghan's PR team had orchestrated the perfect soft launch for her brand new product, as ever, jam. Pastel jars, farm-to-table fantasy, all the organic buzzwords money can buy. A carefully curated campaign screaming serene Duchess rebrand until Ramsay showed up. Gordon Bloody Ramsay. The man doesn't mince words. He was served Meghan's jam, slathered on a scone no less, and within 2 chews, the room froze. Eyewitnesses say he spat it out right onto the plate, shoved it aside, and let loose. This isn't food, it's a crime against fruit. Yes, that happened. And no, he didn't stop there. He tore into it like it was kitchen boot camp. Slimy texture, tasted like cough syrup and perfume. He called the branding pretentious nonsense. In a room full of smartphones, the takedown was filmed, posted, and viral before dessert hit the table. By nightfall, #Jamgate was trending. So was #Ramsay versus Meghan. The internet descended like wolves on a wounded deer. One critic compared the jam's consistency to melted lipstick. Another quipped, "If that's premium, then ketchup deserves a Michelin star." And perhaps the most savage line of all, a viral tweet that read, "Her jam has more preservatives than her acting career." Oof. Meghan's team scrambled. PR flacks on damage control, calling the restaurant to yank the jam from the menu. Frantic spin attempts followed. Bad storage, shipping delays, a faulty batch. But the truth was out, and no amount of organic branding could cover it up. And when Gordon Ramsay was asked if he regretted his brutal honesty, "Absolutely not," he snapped. "I'd rather eat from a bin than touch that jam again." Meghan's dream product, her big comeback moment, had gone from soft launch to nuclear implosion. Boutique retailers quietly pulled their pre-orders. Refunds went out. Meghan's site pulled the purchase button. A refund page replaced her curated vision of raspberry royalty. And inside Buckingham Palace, sources say there were chuckles. Not malicious, just the sheer poetic irony. The woman who stormed out of royal life to build her own empire was now face-planting over jam. But this wasn't just about a bad product. This was a blow to her entire image. Meghan had tried to control the narrative, podcasting, Netflix deals, lifestyle branding, only to be undone by a single, unfiltered moment. One chef, one bite, and her carefully crafted illusion shattered like a porcelain teacup. Insiders say Meghan's team held emergency Zoom calls within hours. One floated the idea that Ramsay just hated celebrity brands. Another suggested blaming suppliers. But even her own inner circle knew this was a branding catastrophe, plain and simple. Even industry icons weighed in. Alice Waters? Eye roll. Thomas Keller said he'd rather spread mustard on a croissant. Meghan had stepped into a world where craftsmanship matters, and she got burned. Retail partnerships went silent. Influencer posts vanished. Behind the scenes, there was talk of killing the As Ever brand altogether, letting it fade quietly into the compost bin of failed celebrity ventures. But Meghan, still clinging to the vision. Cookbooks? Cookware? Maybe even, yes, a cooking show. But as one grocer bluntly put it, we can't sell something the internet's already mocked into oblivion. And then came the final, fatal blow, a leaked clip from the restaurant kitchen. Staff scraping Meghan's jam off plates, laughing as they dumped it in the bin. 12 seconds of footage, 5 million views in 2 days. No palace, no publicist, no one to protect her. No apology from Ramsay, no statement from Meghan, just silence. Because sometimes a failure is so total, so loud, no PR stunt can salvage it. Meghan Markle's jam wasn't just rejected, it was demolished. And with it, another piece of her glossy, filtered empire crumbled before our eyes. If this was her attempt at reinvention, the organic Duchess era, it ended with a splatter of raspberry and a whole lot of regret. So what's next? Another rebrand? Another product? Or has Meghan finally reached the limit of what a royal title and soft-focus branding can buy? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like this video if you think Gordon Ramsay just did what the rest of the world's been dying to say. The jam's been bent, the mask is slipping, and the fairy tale? Well, it's looking a little moldy.